The sky cracked open over Sector 12, the moment Agent Thorne disobeyed his orders. He had been loyal, code-bound, war-forged, mind-shielded. A product of the SHIELD Directive, humanity's last elite force in a galaxy ruled by quantum empires and alien syndicates. For 50 years, the SHIELD initiative had protected Earth and its scattered colonies by sending genetically enhanced agents, like Thorne, into deep space to crush threats before they reached home. But this time the target was not a terrorist. It was her. Her name was Lyra, born of the Selari, a race of biosentient beings that lived in harmony with stellar energy. They had no ships, no weapons. They glowed softly and moved like song, communicating through frequencies beyond human hearing. The Accord had declared them dangerous, unpredictable. SHIELD Command ordered extermination, but Thorne saw something else. He met her in the firefields of Proxima Kel, where soldiers had died for lies. Her presence was like warmth in the frozen hell of war. She didn't speak with words, but with light, waves of emotion that danced across her skin. Where others saw an alien threat, Thorne saw beauty, sorrow, and something he hadn't felt in years: humanity. Lyra saved his life when his team turned on him. When he refused to fire, they branded him a traitor. He fled with her, wounded and hunted across the fractured moons of the dead orbit. Every sector had SHIELD drones. Every star was watched. Earth's security force never tolerated disobedience. Still, Thorne ran with her. They hid in asteroid caverns, wrecked trade freighters, abandoned mining colonies. And during those fugitive days, something strange began to happen. Lyra's energy merged with his neural core, not as an invasion, but as connection. He could feel what she felt, her fear, her memories, her ancient past. The Selari had been protectors once, guardians of stellar balance. When humanity began experimenting with dark matter weaponry, the balance fractured. Selari worlds collapsed. Earth blamed them, but the truth was buried by those who feared the cost of admitting their own sins. Thorne saw it all, and with every memory his resolve deepened. They needed to get to the source, a buried archive deep beneath Mars' oldest surface, hidden before Earth's first interstellar jump. It held the true record of what started the Selari War. If they could access it, broadcast it, the illusion would collapse. They made it to Mars on a stolen fighter, evading orbital sentries and EMP clouds. The planet had become a fortress since the riots of 2320. SHIELD's central core, the iron spine, pierced the Martian sky like a needle, home to over 20,000 operatives. Thorne had once trained there. Now he had to break in. He and Lyra descended into the old lava tunnels, guided by her light and his fading memories. They reached the archive, black steel and red dust, untouched for centuries. Lyra touched it and the doors opened. Inside, history bloomed. Visual echoes danced in the air, humans making first contact, promising peace. Then betrayal, weapons, fire, the Selari begging for negotiation, Earth's leaders choosing to destroy rather than understand. It was undeniable. Thorne and Lyra encoded the evidence and prepared the pulse broadcast. But before they could send it, SHIELD arrived. Commander Yelric himself, the man who raised Thorne, stood at the entrance, flanked by agents in black armor. "You were the best of us," Yelric said, lowering his plasma rifle. "Why throw it away for her?" Thorne stepped forward. "Because she reminded me who we were before we became what we are." "You love it, don't you?" Yelric growled. "The alien dream, the fantasy. You think she feels the same?" Lyra stepped forward, placing her hand on Thorne's chest. She radiated grief, compassion, and something else. "Love. I don't need to think," Thorne said. "I know." The standoff exploded. Blades and plasma tore the archive in two. Lyra unleashed bursts of harmonic force, shattering neural dampeners. Thorne moved like lightning, enhanced muscles breaking steel. They fought side by side, back to back, two fugitives against an army. Yelric fired a round into Lyra's side. She dropped, light flickering. Thorne screamed, tackled him, and drove a plasma blade through the commander's core. But it was too late. Lyra's light was dimming. He held her in the ruins of the archive, cradling her as red dust fell like snow. "You have to finish it," she whispered into his mind. "Tell them, show them." With trembling hands, Thorne activated the beacon. The signal pulsed across Mars, Earth, the colonies. It couldn't be stopped. Images, sounds, truth. Across the galaxy, people watched in silence as their history shattered. Uprisings began, protests. AI overseers shut down. Shield bases flickered and fell. The age of blind protection was over. Thorne buried Lyra beneath the twin moons of Mars. Her tomb pulsed with soft light, a beacon of what she was and what she meant. Then he vanished. Some say he lives in the fringes of the galaxy, helping refugees of the old regime. Others believe he became one with her energy, a fusion of love and light traveling through the stars. But all remember the story. The traitor who became the savior. The agent who dared to feel. The shield that finally broke to protect what mattered most.